Yeah, so interesting to see what Minnesota can do. I mean, last year, they were one of just 4 teams in WNBA history to return 3 or fewer players. A little more continuity this year, but still relying on some new pieces. You see the starting lineups for Connecticut. No one had more continuity in their starting lineup than them last year. Started the same 5 every game. It is a different 5 this season with 3 members of that starting 5 either departed or not playing this season. So the 2020 season underway for Minnesota and Connecticut, and Sylvia Fowles starts it with an easy.
Inside to Sylvia Fowles, showing great patience as she works on Brianna Jones.
Connecticut still with Alyssa Thomas and Jasmine Thomas remaining in that starting 5 as Alyssa couldn't hook it in. Here comes Thomas. Very capable of orchestrating the offense. A 3 from the left wing is good. Pieces for Connecticut, although last season she would come off the bench for the Sun. Shakina Strickland, Courtney Williams, Jonquel Jones are the starters who are not here this season for Connecticut. Williams and
call at the other end, that same exact drive body. Straight up.
Eddie's hugging trash to the referee.
One of the most accomplished coaches in this league's history, a 2-time Coach of the Year, most playoff wins in league history as Thomas soared.
Changed.
Go Bria! Thomas gets the whistle. I saw her just such a dominant force.
The stat from the finals that just boggles my tired.
Yeah. Right, you kept wondering as the series goes along, are we going to see these effects? The answer is no. Looking off the 3, the driving take is good from Lex. 9th pick of the 2018 draft. Cheryl Reeve knows a lot of Minnesota's success is going to hinge on her performances. Thomas gets free.
The setup in the quarter court, as we see right here.
Corner 3 from Brown is off the mark. And Alyssa Thomas, another rebound, again storming up the floor. Here's Bonner up, under, and in. Returns to her home state. Nice delivery underneath, but no finish. Minnesota gets it right back. Here is Banner. The baseline jumper is good.
Strikes me as a little bit quieter presence in Indiana.
You hear that, Marianne? Rebecca wants you to scream.
That's the challenge.
Alyssa Thomas floats it up and in.
We're helping to secure that appeal, and she has done the most of anyone for social justice as she is making action off the court.
I mean, it was really powerful to
this call she so deeply believes in, and what a moment it was. In 15-8 start for Connecticut. Alyssa Thomas has been tremendous. Good feed out here. Collier makes the extra pass. Still plenty of time to operate for Minnesota as Johnson got hit. And
in the paint, then you can find teammates.
Johnson hits both. Yesterday when we spoke with her, I said, okay, you pretty much know what you're going to get out of Nafisa Collier and Sylvia Fowles. Who are the other 3 that have to, 2 or 3 players that your season will swing on? And without hesitation, Lexi Brown, Rachel Banham, without hesitation, knowing that Minnesota's ceiling this year depends on how those 3 play. As Karima Christmas Kelly, like,
timeout, but
there was some sort of violation.
These players are tired.
Yeah. Regardless, they needed a breather. Okay?
Yeah, it's been up and down with shots taken early in the shot clock and not gone in, and those are the things that really take your wind.
4th turnover of the quarter for Minnesota as Thomas gets fouled by Banham. Tonight, Dallas against Atlanta. NBA.
It's about her transition defense.
Pressure, pressure, pressure.
Inside of a minute to go in this first quarter. Here is Duntis. Getting it into foul, center of the lane. The turn, the flip a little off, and Alyssa Thomas, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists already in the quarter. Natasha Heidemann scoops it up short, and the rebound collected by Fowles.
Last possession, Minnesota played through the elbow and was able to get some high-low action. And
opening quarter. Minnesota's been held to under 27% shooting thus far in the frame. Here's Crystal Dangerfield. Lexi Brown travels, 5th turnover of the quarter for Minnesota. And that
Game, and Connecticut thrives off of live ball turnovers when they can go and transition the other way.
Connecticut can hold for 1. 4. Heidemann
3.
with 2 seconds left. Good hands by Lexi Brown. Disrupted the drive and ends the quarter. But a quarter.
Move on!
Every game of this 2020 WNBA season taking place at IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. As Heidemann with a fading shot clock gets the bomb for Letitia Heidemann.
Use it! Hand pressure!
Minnesota has struggled on this end. Their first quarter shooting the lowest for an opening quarter by the Lynx since
Connecticut's putting on the backcourt. You saw the double drag screen that time to try to get the point guard a little more space, but you got to use the screen and try to create switches or hedges or something defensively.
Here's Collier. The reigning Rookie of the Year was quiet in the first quarter.
Straight up! Straight up!
Deep catch, turn, and finish from Damiris.
Been what's been most effective for Minnesota offensively.
You love seeing the posts have to go to work like this.
I love high-low.
A whistle on the drive as big-time changes this year for their Ross 2020 season as a realistic prospect for this group.
Ryan.
They're playing with great energy. They're playing with great energy. And they're sprinting to closeouts. Attack the closeout. Attack the closeout.
This might be one.
You were joking with Kurt Miller about his wardrobe. Bright colors and that, but it depends how we're playing, whether
A little more efficiently. Right now, just 1 for 5.
5-point Connecticut lead. Here's Bonner, the pull-up, and the connection. Lob inside, beautiful feed, and Beatrice Montpremier lays.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, block it!
Brown on the drive, spins it in. No read. Minnesota turns it over for a 7th time. All the way in, the layup left short by Montpremier, and then the follow.
Getting out that way.
Montpremier, opportunity to be a factor.
Yeah, it was a surprise to me on draft night that
Collier, Sylvia Fowles, Lexi Brown, Shanice Johnson, Karima Christmas Kelly, the 5 on the floor for Minnesota. But what's been
me included thought last year was going to be won a game.
actually
lost
a
the game.
tight game
Yes.
to Seattle.
But made the playoffs.
But they made the playoffs.
That's the bigger point.
Yeah. And a foul called against Connecticut. Has played for Washington, Tulsa twice. It was actually a member of the 2012 Indiana team that beat the Lynx in the finals. Connecticut able to maintain control. And a whistle on the jump.
Hear it. Yeah.
Kyla Cho play an even bigger role in these games because the
minutes to be limited is going to be impactful.
Nafisa Collier you saw go to check in and then head back to the Minnesota bench as Minnesota turns it over for a 9th time this half. And Thomas able to turn it into an easy 2.
Then after what she did in the finals last year, I still feel like Alyssa Thomas is an underrated player.
Johnson flips it in, plus the foul. If you're Minnesota right now with this game would be, here's Jasmine Thomas. Dewana Bonner using the screen from Brianna Jones. Jones can't hit, rebound fought for, but saved right back to Connecticut, and now free throws.
She's starting today. She's going to have a real league.
Well, you look at Brianna Jones as well as Bria. Work, 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 work! Shanice Johnson wiggling her way to the block and squeezes it in.
Going up soft. We're not going up through the back square on the backboard. Look for them to be more intense as they go to the rim and try to get back in this game and control that lead.
Yeah, there have been a number of places where Connecticut has not finished. Not Alyssa Thomas.
It feels like it's time for Holly Rowe to tell the story of Alyssa Thomas's torn labrum.
It definitely feels that way.
16 points, 6 of 6 shooting, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals already for Alyssa Thomas.
If only we had a way of getting her to tell the story.
Hey, Holly, what do you think? Should you tell that story?
The Alyssa Thomas torn labrum story?
Yes.
Are you down for it? Are you game?
I'm down for it. Yeah, a lot of people may not realize she started out her career shooting as a lefty, even though she does everything else right-handed. She would copy her cousin growing up who was a lefty. So she's actually ambidextrous, but sometimes her shoulders hurt because she's got a torn labrum in that right shoulder. But you guys, I have to say, she has no kinesio tape, no support on those shoulders. It looks like this layoff has been very great for her because I don't see any of the typical trappings that we see on Alyssa Thomas right now.
That's a good point. You always would see tape on the shoulders for her.
Shot, guys. Good shot.
Thomas has just been incredible thus far today. Picking up right where she left off last season. That's going to be an offensive foul against Thomas.
BC.
As she...
Yeah.
Yeah, Alyssa Thomas, she's a physical player, and that...
We're okay.
Deflected.
Okay,
Deflected.
Here's Banham.
Deflected.
Minnesota hoping Banham really runs with an opportunity here with the Lynx. Catching fire from Brown is short. The rebound caroms into the arms of Jasmine Thomas, and then Alyssa Thomas is fouled by Banham, and that's going to... Alyssa Thomas misses the first line, especially in recent years. Misses two there, shot it at 50% from the line a season ago. Minnesota 10 of 11 from the line. Connecticut is just 7.
Last year, Connecticut shot 70% from the line. So many of them. It can impact the team's overall number.
Jasmine Thomas. Lead is back to 7 for Connecticut after Minnesota had cut it to 3.
Taggers. Taggers.
Johnson has it deflected. Banham being harassed by Bonner. 7 to shoot. Johnson with 5 to shoot. Johnson on the drive. Curls it up wildly out of bounds here from Connecticut with just a 9-second differential game in shot clock. Bonner trying to find that shot. Squeezes it up and in. Just a point.
Minnesota's turn to efficiently use
Gotta have
the
this
clock.
rebound. Gotta have. Think. Yes. Come on.
10.
Deny it. Push. Hard.
Here's foul.
Straight up.
Fouls on the attack. Lost the handle.
Get a shot up.
Connecticut controls. Bonner won't get a shot off, but a stout defensive half from Connecticut.
We'll go get the next good screen and get into that second action.
Well, right away, Connecticut starts the second half. Thomas able to gather after the save from Holmes. How about Bonner? Off on a 3. Nice job by Fouls to slap the rebound away from Alyssa Thomas. Flagged down by Shanice Johnson. Here's Duntis fading away. And in. Nice.
One-on-one matchup.
Come on, Dee Dee, active, Dee Dee. Talk to her. Come on, Fee.
Bonner trying to duck inside, got the whistle.
Get the ball. Sometimes you know what you're supposed to. That's something that Cheryl Reeves and her coaching staff been a point of emphasis for them in this training camp. So understand why she is a bit frustrated there.
Fouls the turn and finish. Try to force a pass, no one there. Christmas Kelly comes away with it for Minnesota. Shanice Johnson wiggling her way through traffic, couldn't finish, but they're on the first all-time in field goal percentage, 4th in blocks, 2nd in rebounds in WNBA history. Donna Jones pushes the lead back to 9 for Connecticut.
Bounce around! Bounce around!
The layup short. Fouls there for the cleanup though. Fouls.
Okay. You got Mo.
Jones bodying into foul. Couldn't get it to go, and a whistle before the foul.
The way I sometimes talk to my husband when the stuff hasn't been done right at the house.
Poor Steve.
Right,
The 3 is short from Crystal Dangerfield. Any new books from Steve Russian on the horizon that we should know about?
They're in the works, but
Okay.
they're no imminent release date. What a nice take.
Chicago. The Reeve tree is growing. Leaning shot, rims in.
She comes in, she's small. For a WNBA player, the physicality, I think, is something she's going to have to get used to, but she's a really hard worker, deep range on her three.
Collegiate teammates of Nafisa Collier for
And it is going to be an adjustment with the physicality, but her speed.
defense each of the last 3 seasons. Jasmine Thomas, that is. The leaning jumper is good from Nafisa. Probably going to need a big second half from Collier to come back in this game.
Nafisa had some room to operate with Dewana Bonner.
Bonner has 15 points, Alyssa Thomas with 16. Those are the only 2 members of the Sun in double figures. As Alyssa Thomas.
Lewis is a player who can shoot them at a high clip, and today's game, they're only 2 for 10, now 2 for 11 from the three-point line.
Meanwhile, Minnesota has not hit a 3. They are 0 for 9 as Banham gets fouled. Rachel Banham checks out, but you know something Cheryl Reeve pointed out. Here's Banham, denied.
Simple.
Square up.
Simple.
No look dish, and Jones finishes on a beautiful delivery.
To use the added dribble to keep the defense on a string.
Push it, go, go. Come on, TD. Ball screen. Over. Roll.
Banham hooks it up, and a soft touch there from Rachel Banham. Connecticut lead. They have controlled the vast majority of this game. Thomas went too tall. Alyssa doesn't sprint back right away, and then a foul called.
Here we go. Get open. Let's go.
Hands.
Sprint, Crystal. Go get her feet.
Straight up. Straight up.
Dangerfield spinning.
Hands.
The straight-on jumper is good from Damiris Duntus. When she has had opportunities, has looked smooth. Alyssa Thomas misfires.
Duntus coming off a really good season last year.
For this Sun Lynx game, but it's not over. Really excited about tapping yesterday.
I
Rebecca.
know, and you know what? I forgot to download the app.
Well.
I'll do that between this game and our next game.
There you go. That's right. We have another one coming up, 3 p.m. Eastern on ABC. Chicago, Las Vegas, rematch of that outstanding second-round playoff game last year. Heidemann alone, short. Here's Dangerfield. Dangerfield harassed by Heidemann, and then is fouled, and Connecticut's over the limit, so free.
The verdict is out. Proven to be a shooter with depth at the college level, so just be a matter of
the culture game. So happy with the people we brought in, and being unselfish is not something I'm going to have to coach.
Use it.
About a 15-second difference. Game and shot clock as Thomas misses. Rebound scrapes out of bounds, and Cheryl Reeve frustrated.
6.
Nice job defensively there by Christmas Kelly. Then she had it taken by Alyssa Thomas. Back and forth they go. The hot potato ends up with Minnesota, and their first 3 of the game. Damiris Duntus connects.
And of course it comes from the post player. Katie Smith just like threw her arms up in the air on the sidelines like, finally!
Heidemann buries the jumper.
No foul.
0.8 seconds remaining in the third, and that will do it for the quarter.
Hands B.
6.
Hands B.
4. Defense.
Rebound.
Shot clock at 4. Johnson got fouled and will shoot 2. Odyssey Sims back.
Her teammates, she's a creator. I think part of it too is Connecticut.
6-point game. Connecticut has control, but Minnesota in striking distance. Collier can't bank it in. Was wedged a little too far underneath the hoop.
Yeah, still.
But here's Dangerfield on the steal and the leg.
Great job by
Rest for Alyssa Thomas right now as Mosqueda Lewis can't hit. And another opportunity for Minnesota. Here comes Dangerfield, wiggling through the lane. She lays it in. It's a 2-point game.
Pack the last couple of possessions for the Minnesota Lynx. She has been active on the defensive end of the floor, getting a steal for a bucket. and then using her quicks to get in the lane and finish. The basketball, because if they turn it over, that's when it can lead to transition buckets for Connecticut.
Let's catch up with Holly Rowe down in the bubble.
Just listened into that last Connecticut huddle from Kurt Miller. Some of the players showing some frustration on that.
Putting Minnesota in the bonus early. Dangerfield has played a really strong fourth quarter thus far. Here's Collier giving it up. Straight, the right wing three is good in this fourth quarter.
Shooting 82% on the day from the line. Minnesota's been effective there.
Here's Collier, pull-up jumper, rims off, and the rebound secured by Bonner. Connecticut a 1-point lead, 6:37 to go in the fourth. Bonner weaving, can't finish. Rebound loose, taken by Shanice Johnson for Minnesota. And it'll stay with
Play for both teams on that last possession after Dawana Bonner missed her shot. She did not cross half court.
Sylvia fouls, banks it in, and
Come on, DB!
for the first time since the first bucket of the game.
Move it!
Here's Jasmine Thomas, can't answer with a three. Dangerfield the rebound for Minnesota. Brown will take short. Offensive board Duntis. Right back inside. The double comes from Connecticut. Dangerfield short.
Run!
And Bonner the rebound for the Suns.
Spread out! Move! Move!
This is a fatigue possession right here. There's a lot of standing around.
Bonner's three is off. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the fourth. Good read by Alyssa Thomas, trying to flag it down. She does, and misses the layup. Second layup we've seen Alyssa Thomas miss in this second half.
She's usually the model of finishing.
Perhaps another symptom of fatigue. Collier goes to the reverse and hooks it in.
Simple. Next.
Thomas got the whistle and will go to the line.
Across the top. You're across the top.
Thomas.
Is their efficiency, their better efficiency.
259
Minnesota
is
shooting it
there
at
to line.
82% from the line compared to Connecticut's 68. Here's foul, center of the lane. Fouls, can't squeeze it in. A chance here for Connecticut to go back in front. Thomas sets a mean screen at center court. And then a whistle and a blocking foul against Collier.
Green.
No.
Alert her that that was there.
Bonner hits them both. Connecticut back. Here is Dangerfield. Collier looking to get it into fouls. Instead will take and hit from three. 65-63 Minnesota.
Get through it, get through it.
Bria Holmes denied by Sylvia Fouls.
Crystal.
Read. Read.
Bonner thought about it, gives it up. 8 to shoot. Thomas back to Bonner. Her three off. Good position inside. Brianna Jones on the follow.
Huge possession, huge shot for Brianna Jones. Holding her position and getting to the offensive glass.
Flash, flash.
Hands free.
Look in, come on.
Hands free.
Turn the corner.
Here's Collier giving it up. Dangerfield, you bet, on the three.
In this fourth quarter, she is playing extremely well.
7 points in the frame for Dangerfield. And how about Brianna Jones? 4 blue jerseys around her, but she... 3:05 to go in the fourth. Basketball is back. The opening weekend of the 2020 WNBA season. Bonner on the reverse, a little too strong. And here comes Dangerfield, the 16th pick of this year's draft. Collier swooping through and laying it in.
7.5 minutes.
Minnesota has outscored Connecticut 20-8 in this fourth quarter. After the Sun looked to be completely in control for the first 3 quarters, and now
been as smooth in their quarter court offense.
Connecticut with no fast break points so far in this fourth. Here is Fouls, the deep catch, the turn, and the easy finish. Shooting. Jones from 17, no. And Minnesota, who had not led since it was 2-0 until earlier in this fourth, has really wrestled control of this game. Collier, the turn and the connection. What does Connecticut need here to get back in this game? Still a lot of time left, Rebecca.
I would think an attack either by Alyssa Thomas or Jasmine Thomas, something going at the rim where you can finish or find a three-point shooter.
Bonner is that shooter, can't hit. Rebound kept alive, but then snared by Collier, and now the clock is the friend of the Minnesota Lynx. Bonner 0 for 6 from deep now on the day, and Connecticut as a team is 2 of 19. Collier, the spin, the flip, no. Good D there from Connecticut, and then out. Jasmine Thomas leaves it short. Jump ball call. Duntis and Jones. Remind you, Chicago and Vegas coming up at 3 Eastern on ABC as our WNBA opening weekend continues. Full slate of games across our ESPN family of networks. Dangerfield gives it up. Brown in and out on a 3. Rebound, Karam's out of bounds off of Alyssa.
Confidence, find the combination that was working, especially with Collier and Dangerfield. Now, credit this Lynx team that still has a lot of young players.
Cheryl Reeve about that in regard to this season. She said, we need Shanique not efficiently, but certainly has looked spry and active, but it's actually Chris.
That's that same question of Cheryl Reeve today or tomorrow. She would throw Crystal Dangerfield's name in the mix.
Jones pushes it in. 28 seconds remaining. 8-point game. Thomas, doubleheader on NBA TV. Washington and Connecticut, LA and Chicago. The season for you. So make sure you head to WNBA.com to check out those updated schedules.
It's one of the few things you can do safely without a mask is sit in your house and watch WNBA action.
That's right. Thomas lays it in. It's all cosmetic at this point. Minnesota can dribble this one out. After trailing by 7, entering the fourth, the Minnesota Lynx start 2020 with a 77-69 victory over Connecticut. For our producer, Lori Privatera, our director, Jocelyn Meyer, Holly Rowe, LaChina Robinson, Rebecca Lobo, and our entire crew, I'm Ryan Rucco. Thanks for watching. Up next on ESPN, it's Major League Lacrosse. For more WNBA action, join us over on ABC for Chicago versus Las Vegas at 3 Eastern.